we have discussed the statutory provisions relating to what? The residential status, how to determine the residential status of an individual. Now we'll be starting with certain practical questions in relation to the said topic. Now, first question is Mr. X, an Indian citizen, is employed in XYZ Limited. He was sent on deputation on 15/7/20. Determine his residential status for assessment year 21-22. So we have seen that an individual who is a citizen of India who leaves India for purpose of employment outside India, he has to satisfy the first basic condition to be resident in India. So he must be in India for a period of 182 days or more. 182 days or more during the previous year. He must be resident in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year. Now here, he has left India. Here Mr. X has left India for purpose of employment outside India on 15/7/2020. So during the previous year, 2021, he is in India for a period of how many days? Look, that is for previous year 2021. He is in India for the say April, May, June, July. In April, he is for a period of 30 days, May 31 days, June 30 days, and July 15 days. So he is in India for a period of 106 days only. So since he is not satisfying the basic condition, he is what? Non-resident. So since Mr. X is not satisfying the basic condition, he is non-resident in AY 21-22. He is basically non-resident in the assessment year 21-22, since he do not satisfy the basic condition as is applicable to him. So in case of an Indian citizen, as we have discussed, who leaves India for the purpose of employment outside India, then condition number 2, basic condition number 2 is not applicable as such, because the period of 60 days gets extended to 182 days. In such a case, he has to satisfy the first basic condition. And now he is not satisfying the first basic condition. Therefore, he is what? A non-resident. Now, next question is, in the previous year 2021, a sailor has remained on a ship for a private company owning ocean-going ship outside the territorial waters of India for a period of 183 days and inside the territorial waters of India for a period of 182 days. Is he considered to be resident? Well, yes. Here India includes what? Territorial waters of India. India includes territorial waters of India. Since the sailor is in India for a period of 182 days or more. Hence, he is resident in India. Hence, he becomes what? Resident in India. He is satisfying the first basic condition. He is satisfying the first basic condition as applicable to him. Hence he becomes kya? Resident in India. Next see, Mr. Ram, an Indian citizen. Ram is an Indian citizen. Left India on 22/9/2020 for the first time to work as an officer of company in Germany. Determine the residential status of Ram for assessment year 21-22. Explain the conditions to be fulfilled for the same under the Income Tax Act. देखिए, we have already discussed about that. In case of an Indian citizen who leaves India for the purpose of employment outside India, for the purpose of what? For the purpose of employment outside India. For being resident, he has to satisfy the first basic condition, that he must be in India for a period of 182 days or more. He must be in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year. Now, when Mr. Ram has left India on 22nd of September 2020. He has left India on 22nd of September 2020. Therefore, how many days he is in India? So, for the month of April, May, June, July, August and September. So for April is 30 days, 31 days, 30 days, 31 days for July, 31 days for August and 22 days for what? September. So his total period of stay in India is 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31 plus 22. He is in India for a period of 175 days. Since he is in India for a period of 175 days, during the previous year, 2021, hence, he do not satisfy the basic condition. He do not satisfy the basic condition applicable to him. Hence, he is non-resident. He is what? Non-resident. Now, one next question we'll be discussing. Teji, a citizen of India, she is a citizen of India, is an export manager of Arjun Overseas Limited, an Indian company, since 1st of May 2015. He has been regularly visiting USA for export promotion, and he has spent the following days during the following days in USA during the last 5 years. Determine his residential status for assessment year 21-22, assuming that prior to 1st April 16, it is 16 basically, prior to 1st April 16, he has been never traveled abroad. So now look how many days. In previous year 2021, in previous year 2021, days spent in USA, and we are writing what? The days spent in India. Days in India. Here 365 days were there, minus 295, 70 days. Then 365 minus 310, 366, it is 56 days. Then 365 minus 270, 95 days. 365 minus 150, that is 215 days. And 365 minus 320, that is 45 days. Now look, he is in India. Basic condition number 2 is what? Basic condition for being resident is he is in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during the 4 years preceding the previous year. So here he is in India for 70 days. Now in aggregate, how many days in preceding 4 years? 45 plus 215 plus 95 plus 56, that is 411 days. That is 45 plus 215 plus 95 plus 56, 411 days. So here, since Mr. Teji satisfies the second basic condition, hence he becomes resident in India. He also do not satisfy any of the additional conditions. Any of the additional conditions as provided in section 6.6. as applicable to NOR. He is not satisfying any of the additional conditions which are applicable to section 6.6 as say provided in section 6 is as applicable to NOR. Hence, he is resident and ordinarily resident in India. He is what? Resident and ordinarily resident in India. Now next question, a British national comes to India for first time during financial year 16-17. Financial year 16-17, financial year 17-18, financial year 18-19, financial year 19-20, and financial year 2021. The position has been provided for this. So he is in India for financial year 16-17 for a period of 65 days, then 60 days, then 80 days, then 160 days, and then 70 days. Determine his residential status for assessment year 21-22. Here, an individual is said to be resident in India if he is in India for a period of 60 days or more, 60 days or more during the previous year, second basic condition, and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. How many days he is in India? Look, it is 65 plus 60 plus 80 plus 160. He is in India for a period of 365 days. Now here, in this case, the British national, he satisfies the second basic condition which is applicable to him. He satisfies the second basic condition. He satisfies the second basic condition. Hence, he becomes kya? Resident in India. Hence, he becomes resident in India. He also satisfies the additional condition under section 6(6), that is, he is non-resident in 9 out of 10 years preceding the previous year. He is in India for a period of 729 days or less during 7 years preceding the previous year. Hence, since he is satisfying these conditions, he becomes kya? NOR, not ordinarily resident. He becomes what? Not ordinarily resident. In this case, he will be regarded as what? Resident, but not ordinarily resident. Now, one question was asked for 5 marks in May 2018 exam. Mrs. Karuna Kapoor is a Hollywood actress. Her passport reveals the following information about her stay in India. The position about the stay in India has been provided by the passport. That is, in financial year, she is in India for how many days? That is, for April 28 days, May 31, June 30, July 11. 100 days she is in India here, 100 days. Then in second case, 1920, she is in from June, 9 days for June, July 11 days, 20 days. Then here she is in India in February, 28 minus 9 for February. For March, just 26, 45 days. Then here 17-18 in financial year 17-18, 30 minus 6 September, then October, November, December, January, February and March, 201 days. Then here in financial year 16-17, that is 16-17, she is in India. Here May 15th, May 17 to September 30. May 17 to September 30. That is 30 minus 7, 6. September, October, November, December, January, February and March. Then here is 17th of May, 31 minus 16, May plus June plus July plus August plus September, 137 days. Then 15-16, 30 minus 2, April, every time she is 100 days, 100, 100, 100 and 100. This information has been provided. So she is in India for how many days? Here information has been given relating to the same. Now they are asking, find out a residential status for assessment year 21-22. Basically they are asking for the residential status for assessment year 21-22. Now first of all, Karuna is a Hollywood actress. Now, in case she is an Indian citizen, she is in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. So here she satisfies the first basic condition. It is second basic condition applicable to her. 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the previous year. Hence, she is resident in India. Now, whether she is not ordinarily resident, we have to go for section 6.6. We have to go for section 6.6. So she must be in India for a period of 729 days or less during 7 years preceding the previous year. She must be in India for a period of 729 days or less during 7 years preceding the previous year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. In these 7 years, she is in India for how many days? 20 plus 45 plus 201 plus 137 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100. 703 days. She is in India for only 703 days. So since she is in India, since she satisfies what? She is in India for 703 days. She satisfies one of the additional conditions as provided in section 6.6. She satisfies one of the additional conditions which have been provided in section 6.6. Hence, she becomes what? Not ordinarily resident. She is kya? Not ordinarily resident. So this question we have solved. You have to calculate the days properly, and on that basis, you have to determine the residential status. Now one more question is there. Miss Bindu, a non-resident residing in USA since 1991, came back to India on 19th of February 2019 for permanent settlement. Explain her residential status for Miss Bindu for the assessment year 21-22. In financial year 2019-20, she came back after 91, and she is in India for a period of how many days? 31 days for March, and 28 minus 18, 10 days for February, 41 days. In financial year 2021, she is here for 365 days. So, Miss Bindu satisfies the first basic condition. She satisfies the first basic condition as is applicable to her. Hence, she is resident in India. She also satisfies what? She also satisfies the additional conditions under section 6.6. She is non-resident in 9 out of 10 years preceding the previous year, and 729 days or less during 7 years preceding the previous year. What is the status of Bindu? In such case, Bindu is resident but not ordinarily resident. She is resident but not ordinarily resident in India. Then one more question is there. Mr. Rohan, an Indian citizen, is an Indian citizen and is a member of the crew of London-bound Indian ship engaged in carriage of passengers of international traffic, departing from Mumbai port on 10th of August 2020. He is departing from Mumbai port on 10th of August 2020. From the following details of the previous year 2021, determine his residential status. In last 4 years, he is in India for a period of 380 days, and last 7 years, he is in India for 780 days. In case of Indian citizen, who is leaving India as a crew member of Indian ship. He is leaving India as a crew member of Indian ship. The period of 60 days gets extended to 182 days, in the sense that he has to satisfy the first basic condition. He has to satisfy the first basic condition. For being resident in India. For being resident in India. Now, how many days he is in India? The date when he enters into the continuous discharge certificate in respect of joining the ship, and the date when he entered into continuous discharge certificate in respect of the signing of the ship, this period is excluded for the period of stay in India. This period is basically excluded for the period of stay in India. So how many days he is in India? Here April 30 days, May 31 days, June 30 days, July 31 days, then August 9 days, then February till 13th he was not in India, from 14th of February. He is in India for a period of 14 days, and in March 31 days. So here he is in India for how many days? That is what? It is 15 days he is in India. So here in February, so 30 for April, 31 for May, 30 for June, 31 for July, 9 for August plus 15 for February, and 31 for March. He is in India for a period of 177 days. So here, since he is in India for a period of 177 days, hence he is non-resident, because he is not satisfying the basic condition which is applicable to him. So here you have to write the statutory provisions rule also, the date when he enters into continuous discharge certificate in respect of joining the ship, till the date entered into continuous discharge certificate in respect of signing of the ship shall not be counted for the period of what? Stay in India. And since his stay in India is less than 182 days, hence he becomes kya? A non-resident. Now one more question is there. Mr. X is an Indian citizen. He is an Indian citizen. Currently, she is in employment with an overseas company located in Dubai. Her passport reveals the following information about her stay in India. The position of the passport is stating this. Find out her residential status for assessment year 21-22. If Ms. X is not Mrs. X is not taxable in Dubai or any other country or a territory by reason of her domicile or residence. Income of Mrs. X in India for the previous year 2021 other than income from foreign sources is what? 20 lakh rupees. Now here, look, she is in India for a period from April 3rd to May 11th. That is what? For April 30 minus 2 plus May. Now she basically is in India. For a period of 39 days during the previous year. Hence, she do not satisfy the basic condition listed in section 6.1. However, as per section 6.1a, she is deemed to be what? Resident in India, because she is satisfying what? She is Indian citizen. She is what? Indian citizen. 6.1a, basic conditions, deemed citizen, that has been satisfied by her. She is Indian citizen. She is not taxable. She is what? Not taxable in foreign country or territory. She is not taxable in foreign country or territory by reason of her domicile or residence. Her income, her total income, excluding income from foreign sources, her total income excluding what? The income from foreign sources exceeds rupees 15 lakhs during the previous year. Hence, she is deemed resident under section 6.1a, and by virtue of that, she is also NOR, since not ordinarily resident. Since in case of an individual who is deemed to be what? Resident, Indian citizen who is deemed to be resident under 6.1a, by virtue of section 6.6d, will be regarded as not ordinarily resident. So an individual who is deemed to be resident under section 6.1a will be regarded as what? NOR, as per what? Section 6.6d. This we have discussed. Therefore, in this particular case, she is deemed resident under 6.1a and a not ordinarily resident. So this was about the practical questions which we have discussed about individual. We have discussed the conditions in respect of individual as well as the practical questions in respect of such individual.